Oh yeah. Well, Gloria Tugglebottom is a older lady, short but stocky. She wears a long dress that to her feet. She's put together very well and has a little handbag that she always keeps with her. She has a giant wart right on the inside of her nose that can be distracting. Uh,
You're like, is
She
it?
often asks, like, "What are you looking at?" But she's a no-nonsense kind of woman in this age. Forefront pioneer into women's rights.
I love
Yes.
it. And you teach, do you not?
I teach all that are willing to come to the library. I'm the head librarian at the Adbar School of Girls. I teach any girl that comes and wants to learn something, preferably Greek or Latin. If you learn those two things, I believe the rest will follow. I grew up speaking Latin. It was what my father taught me as my first language, you see.
All right, all right. Narissa
It was
P.
long ago, but I believe we have time.
Narissa, tell us a little bit about you and what people behold whenever you have boarded this train car.
So I'm cutting rather a diminutive stature, huge glasses, big frizzy hair. My name is well, my real name is yet to be determined, but my name is Arabella Basingstoke. I'm an occultist and sometimes poet, and I'm wearing a lot of large clothing. I have a very large satchel upon my person, and otherwise you might not have noticed I was there.
Lovely. Calvin Kagan. What do those
Calvin
around you
Kagan.
feel and see?
Calvin Kagan. Tall, gray-haired, but not particularly old. Catholic priest, and kind of ironic that his name is Calvin, but actually very much does not subscribe to the tenets of Calvinism. In fact, finds them to be a bit of a heresy in the name of the one true Lord. But bit of a rich boy from Dublin, Ireland, has moved over to Brooklyn, New York, where he has a small seminary there that he's been teaching. Very much against the war effort, but understands that sometimes sacrifices have to be made for the greater good. So he's bored of the train. He's just happy to be here.
You guys are leaving Paris the year 1938. And each of you has been getting to know the other, along with some other fellows, over the better part of the past 6 weeks, as you have participated in a European speaking tour, drawing together a collection of academics, clergymen, deep thinkers, radicalists, and the like, to put forward the question, what is the morality and impact, the implication, perhaps, of the Great World War? A decade plus removed from it, yet still the deep scars stretch across Europe. And as you depart from Paris, steam churning from the front engine car, the city of light still twinkling in the early morning, you are headed to Vienna, to Austria, where the speaking tour will conclude. And in doing so, if you doubt me, check a map. You will cross across Germany, a country much in the throes of certainly the rebuilding process, but a political Zionism not seen until late stage capitalism America. You guys head off. And as you do so, you see other people kind of gathering in some of these split cars. They're finding their seats. Some are being led by porters to different areas. And you see a very chubby, like thick-necked, very walrusy mustache, male pattern baldness, what looked like it was once red hair, now faded mostly to gray. Man, he has blazed across a name placard, and he is dressed in a vest that probably fit him, though it would have been years ago. Well, welcome, please, welcome. Anyone in need of food or refreshments? The dining car is located in the middle of the train. I would also like to welcome...
Yes, I'll take a coffee, a black coffee.
I am not a waiter, woman. You'll go to the dining car.
You asked if there was anything I needed. And also, is that your name? Is that Blazed? Is that what it says? Blazed?
Tomanthy Blessed.
Blessed.
Yes.
Blessed.
Blessed. It was...
There's a few letters in there that I deem unnecessary.
Madam...
Never the matter.
You see he is like flush in his ample cheeks. He also did hit you with the name Tomanthy. But you see him sort of...
How do you spell Blessed? Is it B-L-E?
It's right here on the placard, madam. It's here on the placard.
I see. Yeah.
It is.
You go on. Please tell us where
but for your personal
we can
notes,
find use
Gloria,
for ourselves.
It is
Sure, when you
BL.
bring a coffee for two ladies.
God damn it. All right, once I finish the announcements, I'll go get you both a coffee.
Well, thank you.
He's like
Lovely.
sweating. You see, he's just like takes out a kerchief. I never worked my way up from the steam car for this. As I was saying, please welcome as well aboard the wise leadership of Austria, Chancellor Victor Applebaum. And there's a small kind of like splattering of applause as you see on the far end of this, surrounded by two men in military dress and a very lavishly dressed woman, is a man, late 40s, very thin, goatee, well kept. Even as he waves, there's this deep wash of ennui and fatigue. Also, much less enthusiastically, let us welcome aboard Mephistopheles' mysterious Mercus? Is it Mercus or Circus? Whatever. The seventh car, the luggage car, has been converted into a walkabout animal car. The animals are safely caged, so they are safe to behold.
We're sending.
I'm sorry, what animals are aboard?
Walked into that cage unintentionally, and that would have been terrible.
Well, my lovely young lady, they are behind bars. So,
Well, we thank you for looking after us with our coffee.
of course. To answer your question, sir, I'm not sure what kind of animals they are. They describe themselves... Are you fucking kidding me? A Mercus? He's like looking around, like some of the junior porters are like... So I don't know what that entails. I imagine what you would expect. Probably not an elephant. He looks about. Because I don't know if it would fit. Anyways, enjoy your luxury cabin as we journey from Paris to Vienna. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. He pulls out a silver bell and he starts to harumph off. Presumably to the dining car.
Do you think he'll bring the coffees, or do you think he's just run away?
Run away.
Do you think he'll bring a third one? I know I didn't ask for one, but kind of
You'll
feel
get
like,
him.
I was standing here.
And a
Kind
man,
of would be polite.
it seems like he would assume he wouldn't just bring two. If he does, we'll just send him back. If he brings one at all. Anyhow.
Great. Yeah.
Friends, it's been so lovely traveling with you on this journey, but I have to say, I really need the coffee. It's been such a long journey. I'm looking forward to getting back into my own bed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know when that will be. Is Vienna our last stop on this wondrous tour, or is it just in the middle? I haven't
it's our
checked the
last.
log. It is.
Yes. I think we're going to be there for a few days, but I don't know. Paris quite took it out for me. I haven't been here since I was a small child, and I didn't quite like it as much as I did back then.
Looks different after the Great War, about which we know so much.
Is that what it was? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Well, should we retire to our respective carriages?
Oh, you have your own carriage?
I'm sorry, do you not?
Oh, I mean, I just have this coach ticket.
Oh.
Miss Bottom, do you have your own carriage?
My own carriage is one I bring with me to my entire life. It's this rump that I'm sitting on right now.
Interesting. Well, it seems like Master Pagan Things are not so equal around here in 1938. Interesting.
Well, the church
Well-
does need to spend its money, doesn't it? All the hard-earned petitioners putting little pebbles in little collection plates so that, priests can have their own carriages. What denomination are you, Calvin?
Catholic.
Ah.
Been a Catholic since I was a boy, and we need to make sure that our fathers and priests are well rested when we preach the good word, of course.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
now, for those of us less fortunate, we would be happy to share those things, but you both seem that you are eminently and well appointed. So if you do see any ragamuffins or people of lesser means, then please do let me know. We would be happy to be charitable.
Maybe we'll save you your cup of coffee. You can have a good sleep. Adam Tugglebottom, we'll share that pot. I think we might be up for some time.
And as you sort of
Not an elephant?
In this room here now? Is that what
Did
it
you hear
is?
the trumpet?
each of you give me a spot hidden check.
That can't be good. I rolled 80, and now I have to...
Surely that's not good.
Is that a...
Which of my numbers do I add to it?
None. It
gotta
is
divide by
Answer.
There's not a... Oh, it does say spot hidden. I have to get below a 25.
correct. What do your
Oh, man.
aged eyes see?
So I was one away from a critical success, and I just had the very, very good success.
Amazing. So you had an extreme success on your spot hidden.
I had the better than half, but not one away from
Got it.
1/5.
Hard
I also
success.
have better than half, but not.
Amazing.
Yeah, medium.
And you'll see in the investigator sheet that it'll have like raw number half and then a fifth.
Yeah, so I got a 20, and my numbers, can you explain me what this means, are 45, 22, and 9.
Yeah. So 45 is like to 45 or lower, you regular success.
Oh, okay. Or
Half-
lower.
Half of that they round up, I guess, to 23, and then 45 by 5 is 9. So if you get a fifth or lower of your skill level in a skill check, it is a extreme success in Cthulhu.
Boingo. So I got a half success.
Amazing. 2 hard successes, 1 failure. You guys look about the and it's
Only a failure of how you look at it. My dear sir, don't appreciate that. No, not so much.
it's a I mean, handsomely appointed carriage car for sure. You see in the corner is a man that is sort of apparently kind of like like fluffing some pillows for a very rich older woman that he appears to be traveling with. There is that contingent aboard with the Chancellor of Austria, Vicar Applebaum. It appears to be his wife and 2 kind of valets. And you see at a smaller kind of, you guys are all in these little kind of ensconced kind of like booths almost. Pretty deep set, quite comfortable. But you see kind of catty corner from you on the other side of this carriage car, there is a group of 3 men. And they are essentially sharing drinks from a bottle of bourbon. But you, Narissa, you see that his wrists and hands, the one that's sort of pushing the bottle, are deeply, deeply scarred. All 3 of the men are kind of tanned complexion. 2 of them look a little bit younger. One of them, the older, has this thin gray beard and this scarring across his hands. It's one of those things where you're like, what wound would possibly create that, if any? And Mr. Kagan, Father Kagan, you sort of take this in from a wide open lens and see that these fellows are kind of passing this bottle, and then look over and you see and are met by a pair of eyes looking over the top of a newspaper that is written in English. And you see that the person behind that is in a very dark buttoned-up jacket, what is essentially German military attire. And you see him kind of glance away from you. And as he does so, he sort of folds up his newspaper, and you see within the newspaper is something. It appears to be about maybe the size of like a rolled up shirt, or perhaps if you had like a very thin loaf of sourdough. But as he sort of folds over the paper, you notice that it does not cleanly collapse. But the carriage car is your own. And after a moment, you hear the rattle of a trolley. Excuse me, please. A moment. Hold open the door for me, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, hold open the door. You see a smaller kind of porter, like, struggling. Push it out, Jeffrey, out! You see him kind of, like, struggling. Oh, God damn it, Jeffrey! This young porter kind of comes around. You see Tomanthy kind of work his way by him and open the door. Push it through. Take it himself and start wheeling it up. Ladies, I brought you a pot of coffee. 3 cups.
Thank you, sir. We are so deeply grateful.
It is a pleasure. You will find cream and sugar on the far side of the tray. And if I could just extend my thanks as the lead porter of the Trans-European Operations Service, that we are just grateful to have such brilliant minds aboard. I've heard about your speaking tour. People have been traveling to and from, and well, I myself was too old to serve. God knows I would have, but the war, it troubles me.
Well, there shan't be another one like it again, ever. So
I hope you are right, lady. Some of the grumblings across Europe are that some of these Nazi sympathizers are even journeying with the Austrians. So I would hope that people have enough sense to not let the ground with blood.
We'll see.
As long as men are in charge, they'll always find a way to measure each other's sticks. Don't take that as an insult. That's just the way it is. It's the way it's always been. But when times truly change, well, maybe cooler heads will prevail.
Sometimes in life, you are handed a shorter stick. You guys look over, and sort of rising is this man in this dark, brass-buttoned military jacket.
What was that you're saying?
Well, sometimes people want to compare because the life leading up to it was not the same. Take, for example, the Germans. If for years your own government had bled the people dry, and a leader stepped forward to offer a new way, to put the people first, you'd be a fool not to listen.
A people first to do what, is the thing. People first to stand in line at a firing squad is not such a great thing at all.
I would agree with you there. My name is Heinrich. A lieutenant.
Heinrich, I am Gloria. Gloria Togglebottom. If you read Latin or Greek, you perhaps know my name in my studies. But I'm guessing you don't, gathering by your wardrobe.
I have studied some. It's not like I don't study. I see all kinds of things, you know.
Oh, tell me, Heinrich, where are you headed? What are you going to Vienna for? And by the way, Calvin Kagan has filled his coffee mug up to a comical amount, like to the point where like the surface tension has it like kind of domed at the top, and like a single more drop would cause it to spill over.
I'm just gonna take a glance at Gloria and be like,
Gloria's eyes are incredibly wide, as she will not be able to pay attention to anything until Calvin is able to sip this drink. She's wondering if, and poor Heinrich is probably going to lay out the whole plot of, and she will not listen to a pin of it.
Oh my God. It is quite a cup. No, I'm going there on official business. There is a group of Austrians that are, well, they're sympathetic to the cause of Greater Bohemia. So we go to see how the German people might be of help.
The cause of Greater Bohemia. What cause are you referring to?
Well,
Rebuilding? You know, treaty making with the foreign countries?
something
Peace?
something
They
like
just
that.
Send you alone on a train to
I'm-
do that?
I'm not alone. There are several other officers, and they are checking out the monkeys in the animal car. Did you
Cool.
know that they have monkeys on this train?
Monkeys?
That's right.
I heard the elephant. That's all I needed.
Well, to the peace effort. And then Father Kagan like pulls the coffee cup up and proceeds to spill half of it on his arm. It's like,
And as you spill it, and you sort of say to the peace effort, you see Heinrich's face kind of tighten. And one of these gentlemen that was standing around this bottle of bourbon, catty corner in this other cab, begins to stand when there was this tremendous, this lurching as the entire cab briefly shakes. You hear what sounds like metal on metal grinding. And then there's this snap and a brief kind of wobble to the car. You see everyone stopping. Tomonthi has his hand against the side of the car. Momentum continues.
Is normal? Turbulence?
No, everyone do not be alarmed. There are animals aboard, and sometimes the centrifugal force can... I believe we went around a turn a little too quick. Let everyone at ease. He starts heading sort of up towards the engine car. You see him kind of disappear. Jeffrey heads after him, and Tomonthi closes the door in Jeffrey's face. And at this point, a member of this trio saunters over. You know, I couldn't help but hear. You're one of them German guys, huh? That is right. Well, you know, a lot of people are pretty concerned about the direction of things. And I mean, I've traveled with the mysterious Mercus far enough to know that sometimes big people speak for little people, but they don't speak truthfully. What is your point? Well, my point is that, you know, Hitler flunked out of a school in Vienna. Did you know that? Flunked out. Maybe if he'd been a better painter, well, maybe Europe wouldn't have to pay the price for heavy brushstrokes. The German kind of cocks his head at this. You can tell there's this weird, like, pissing contest energy.
If you two are going to fight, will you please do it maybe a few steps away from my coffee? We've already spilled some, and I don't want to spill another.
Yes, and Calvin needs to get some rest.
Oh, I'm feeling quite good now. I don't think there's anything to worry about, gentlemen. This German is a man of peace, as he has told us. Isn't that right, Heinrich?
I'm a man of peace, but these are times of war.
Well, hold on. That's not right. I don't think that's really...
I forgot about that. Thanks for the follow. Get in here. Get in here. What's up, y'all? Appreciate the raid. We're in the middle of a train from Paris to Vienna. But I did not say that I was automatically against a war, just that I preferred and worked towards peace, as we all do. But sometimes people are unreasonable, and there is only one way forward.
What's that?
We've tried it just so recently, and it didn't really work out well. What makes you so certain that you'll have better results this time?
Have you considered the pen?
No, you do not understand. Bohemia was once a deep, an old and magical place. Interconnected. Split into smaller countries now, sure, but They share the history of the deep wood. Some people, they come, they try to change this way. That is not what the people want. And so they ask
When you
for
say
change.
try to change, are you talking about the Romans? Are we in this century? Are we a couple millennia ago?
And, I guess both. It is a common thread across the history of Bohemia. People come seeking the fertile valley and then they don't leave. But no, I mean, recently. Italians, yes. Those coming from Switzerland, Hungary, even Austria. But I'm not one to close my doors. I just mean, can you fault people that wonder if there will be enough? I
There's
can.
always enough.
I agree. Christ alive, man. Spend less time in a bunker, a little more time in a circus. He bites down on a pipe, and he heads back, and you, Nerissa, again see, like, he put this pipe in his hands and went to light it. Like, there's a sense of, like, you know, like his hands look almost 20-30% larger than a human's hands would be. But as he sort of walks back, Tomanthy re-enters the carriage car. Excuse me, Chancellor, if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could step forward with us into the, into our office space. We'd love to pour you a cognac and make sure you're comfortable. Just me or my entire party? Well, just you. Everyone can come. Jeffrey, take him, please. Tomanthy takes a couple more steps. He addresses you, the German, the 3 bourbon drinkers, the large woman and thinner man. I will be making my way through the other 6 cars, but I wanted to ask if anyone here spoke Greek. I am in... There is a small and not serious situation that the staff of the trans-European operators would... Well, frankly, we don't speak Greek.
I believe you have found your person. Speak Greek, Latin, ancient Greek. I can translate the best of the text. Are you looking to speak it, write it, transcribe it, or sing it?
I don't... Well, I've never heard Greeks. No, focus, Tomanthy. I need someone to translate the spoken word.
Her singing voice is beautiful.
If you would like to sing the translation, madam, you may, but please, why don't you all...
It depends on the verse. Some is meant to be spoken heroically, and some is meant to be sung. So I will do what the text requires, most definitely.
I yield to your wisdom, madam. Please, swiftly, if you wouldn't mind. You see, he kind of like takes your hand and sort of gives way to you, Calvin and Nerissa. You guys...
Dear boy, I pat his hand and say, dear boy, a calculated mind is never swift. It takes time and effort.
Madam,
Just
I have
breathe.
no doubt you are wise as can be, but I... And you're right. The Chancellor is aboard that the countryside is awash, and well, I never got anything done by rushing. You're right. In your own time, please. You walk upward, leading towards the engine room. Both Foos and Bog, I adore you. Thank you for being here. Oh, fuck, I forgot I got this guy. Let's go! But But you guys start walking by, and it's your head sort of, we'll say north, up, out of this luxury kind of lounge car, and it's more or less like what would be like a bar or kind of deep set lounge. Several people are smoking cigars. You see Jeffrey walking with the Viceroy and kind of like eschewing some people off a couch, sitting them there, asking them if they need anything. Timothy leads you upward and beyond. And as you guys are moving through the train cars, this is the first one that isn't like connected by coverage. You're essentially stepping out onto 1.5 feet of steel with a handrail and a narrow platform connecting another 1.5 feet of steel and what is the engine car of the train. I want you guys all, as you step out, to give me a sanity check.
Okay, we just roll a D100.
Yes, D100, and you're trying to get to your sanity level or below it. And let me know if it's a hard or extreme success.
Ooh.
Yeah, the year is 1938.
Success.
Amazing. Gloria?
Do I have a... Yeah, oh, it's just a success or a fail?
Well, it's a regular success would be if it isn't, half the value or lower. And an extreme success would be if it's a fifth lower, right?
Yeah.
So you would roll a D100 and then try to get to your sanity number or below it. What'd you get, Gloria?
Sorry, I succeeded with a 12.
Splendid.
And I don't have... I mean, that's definitely... I don't know if it's a fifth, because my sanity is 45.
Okay, so a fifth would be 9, but it's close. It's a hard success for sure.
I got 11, and mine is 60.
Let's
so I think that's...
go. That is. Amazing.
Thank you for the math.
Yeah, thank you. It's like, believe me, it's like we're dividing by 5? Hold up.
For the one that it didn't give me a division for.
Yeah, they need that.
One either.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't notice that from your
That
sheets.
doesn't.
Damn, that's whack. Okay, so an extreme success, a regular success, and a hard success. Excellent. You step out. You're struck by just the wind and the pace, because whenever you gradually leave on a train, that growing momentum doesn't always catch up with you. And perhaps much in the same way, all of Europe is just beginning to feel this momentum that gathers, ready to break one way or another down the mountainside of fate. But as you guys are rolling out and being led on, you know what? Might as well just roll for Timothy. Okay, very well. Sane as a bat. Everyone, please just give me a power roll. So that'll be POW.
Say, large failure for Gloria. She rolled a 93 of 45.
Okay, so that's almost a fumble.
89 for me. Bad times.
Got it.
Success.
Splendid. Yeah,
Rolled a straight 50.
Right there. I got as far as you can go. Great. The countryside is like whipping by you, and you've been on this train now, we'll say 2 hours. The entire journey is less than 10. And you're moving through countryside. And as you do, you guys see a group of young, children. And they're about, 1,000 feet away. And they see the train and start running with it through this field of very, very tall grass. And you see them kind of running that direction. And then you see them pointing to each other, and one of them stops dead. And then they all stop. And then they start screaming. And you hear the soft washing of these children's voices as terror erupts from them. They point again, and where they'd been running perhaps to get closer or move in stride of this fast-moving train, they pull back one of them stumbling and falling, the others not stopping to help them up. And the speed of the train pushes their visibility offward. You guys now push through into the engine car, and it is hot as fuck. Immediate kind of washes of heat and fire. A moment here. You'll have to forgive us. Seamus he's an odd fellow, and I'm positive that he's on the wagon. If anyone would push him off the wagon, it's the city of Paris, though. He's only here. Just here, you see him sort of push through, and the engine car essentially connects past it. There's several furnaces leading down into the actual engines, and past it is sort of a raised carriage that is the proper control room of this engine car. And the engineer, Seamus, sits there, cross-legged on the floor, a look of strange satisfaction and glazed distance across his eyes. And you see him speaking, or hear him rather, speaking what is to you, Nerissa and Calvin, gibberish. You're kind of like, what the fuck is this? You know it to be Greek, Gloria. And I'm trying to, I don't know how successful, excuse me, any Grecians out there, as I do not speak Greek. So I may pronounce some of these words. It's all Greek to me. But you hear him just repeating these words. Skotni enad edo mas kovrachte olus. Skotino enai edo mos kotrave elus. Kotrave elus. Give me a Greek language check. And you hear Timothy, God damn it! Seamus! Seamus! You're from Northern Ireland, man! Snap to it!
This man is speaking a dialect that has been dead for centuries. I rolled a 14, which is going to be a fifth of my...
Such a great time to roll an extreme success. Let us use that success to answer the beloved Vogg's question. You hear this man say, the Dark One is here, the Dark One is born, it consumes us all. He repeats this several times, but he says it in a style of Greek so ancient, it probably would not be understood by modern day speakers in the early 20th century. And in this moment, Miss Tugglebottom, your heart perhaps quickens as you are reminded of a time nearly 40 years ago when you were a young student, still awash in the thrill of learning and knowledge. You could not sate or whet that appetite you had for understanding, and it had pushed you into this narrow obsession with dialect. And what he's speaking comes from ancient Carthage, a city that fell and was overwhelmed, a city that was said by some to have become feral, once cultured and educated, now given sway to its most basest of claims and urges. Skotino enaiado, mos kotravech olus, kotravech olus. Timothy strikes Seamus. Enough, man!
I don't know how hitting him will help. The man's clearly experiencing a psychiatric episode. Is there any, and I don't know how the mechanics work, but I also have, history is also a skill of mine, and when he says the Dark One, and with this Carthaginian dialect,
sure.
Is there any historical reference of what the Dark One, I mean, other than the obvious?
Why don't you guys each give me your choice, a anthropology, history, or occult roll.
Oh, I know.
Can I do a medicine check on him afterwards, or instead of that?
You absolutely can do a medicine check. Either way,
My God.
You guys will be making a either psychology or psychoanalysis. But for sure, give us a medicine check to lead. That makes sense. Gloria, what did you get? And what did you roll?
I rolled a 2,
Oh my God.
And my history is a 75, so that's 15 is a fifth, I suppose.
So an
I'm
extreme
rolling well.
history success. I love that. Narissa, what did you roll?
I had a hard success with a 34 on a cult.
On a cult. Great. History extreme. Absolutely adore it. Calvin, what did you roll on your medicine check?
Got a hard success on the medicine check.
Okay.
So got the half.
Man, you guys are absolutely aflame. So much of Cthulhu is like, okay, you got to roll. You got a 15% chance. The histories would hit you first. You're like, holy shit, like the Dark One. The Dark One, to the ancient Greeks, like wore different masks. At first, you're like, Darius? Like the kingdom of the ancient Persians? Surely not. And then you kind of keep spinning it back. You know, of course, the pantheon of the Greeks. Nothing is particularly Greek. Bacchus, perhaps? No, surely not. And on an extreme, it hits you. The oracles of Carthage. Women said to be sisters. By some said to share a body and a mind. They were described by some as like ancient seers and sages, by others as like wanton succubi. But the Dark Ones was something that was repeatedly referenced, specifically to oracles in Carthage. Narissa, you examine this through the lens of what you know of the beyond. And as you look at this man, not perhaps wanting to get much closer, but ratcheting up that sort of focus of analysis, you see something in his eyes that is like whenever a wild animal is caught in a trap. His body sits casually, it laughs as it repeats these words, but the eyes move in a fury that speaks to you, that's moving towards possession.
His mind is elsewhere. He's connected to something else, Gloria.
Calvin, you see him beginning, like he's very dehydrated. He appears to have a little bit of blood on his lip, like he's been chewing his lip. And you see him like almost unsteadily. And then he stands up. Nos cortitai corraci olus. Kovraci olus. He reaches behind him. And you see him grab a wrench.
I'm going to jump back.
And he swings it towards Tomanthi. Godsman! Oh my God, so classic. And he fumbles. Let me see how Tomanthi dodges. I knew that son of a bitch would get a hard success. He does. Unreal. I love this. I was hoping that this would happen, and the dice gave it to me. You see him pick up this wrench, and he clamors, and Narissa, get back! You step back. He swings forward. Tomanthi, Godsman, ducks. And as he does, he swings past Tomanthi and catches the side of the control rooms and smashes into one of the levers. And you see this lever thrust forward and then snap. If you hear as the engine room now starts to crank, as the full pressure gauge is released and the engine starts to strain with the torque as max speed is requested and given by this now smashed and broken lever.
I'm going to leap for the nub of what is left on the lever and try, potentially fruitlessly, to pull it back and do it.
Give me a strength check. And then I want you also to give me a mechanic, like a mechanical repair check. Gloria and Calvin, what are you guys doing in this moment? Tomanthi has just ducked. This guy has swung this thing. You see Narissa like duck by him and move in and start moving to the lever. What are you doing, Calvin?
Gonna kind of try and grab the arm of of Seamus, like as he's kind of like swung and is off balance, going to try and grab the wrench arm, and is going to shout, "Tomanthy, stand up!
Okay, give me
Wrestle this man!"
Give me a persuade check. You'll need a hard success. Okay. Gloria, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm thinking, as I do so well, the oracles of Carthage and this possible possession. Was there any symbology or any idea of possession would have to be done? I'm wondering if there's something around here that might be causing this man to behave the way he's behaving.
I love it.
And yes, if there's something carved on his person, or maybe carved in the nearby, perhaps a package that was given him.
Give me a spot hidden check. What did you roll on your strength check, Narissa?
Oh, it was terrible. It was like something in my strength. Yeah.
And what did you roll on your mechanical repair?
Would have been good, except for my mechanical repair stats are terrible, so it was a failure.
Got it. Did not know you could drag text onto OBS. Hilarious. A failure as well. Copy that. Calvin, what did you roll on your persuasion?
Success, but not a hard success.
Not a hard success. Okay. Still some forward movement there. You sort of go and grab him. You're like, Seamus, like, stand up, man, stand up. And as you sort of like, beg with him, please, help me, please, help me. He whispered something to me, so I was bored. As he was whispering, he came. And as he does that...
The Lord's Prayer, Seamus. Repeat it right now. This is the work of the devil. This is the work of the fallen one.
Grab the lever!
You see him. Tots kodadi tamas kotepi holus te cheri tots tanape piletzel. Tos kodadi telamulus katepi holus te cheri to tanape piletzel. Give me another
Seamus,
Greek
our
check.
Father, who art in heaven.
Hey, Seamus.
You know it, Seamus. You've said it 10,000 times.
He's sort of like lunging back and trying to sort of gather his wits about him. And you see him raise this wrench back over his head.
I'm going to start commanding him in Greek to obey my words. That I am the oracles of Carthage, reborn, and he is a servant following the wrong master. Because
it's such an old version of Greek, give us a Greek language check. What did you get on your spot hidden?
Spot hidden, there were no symbols to be found.
Okay.
I got a 92.
Okay. Not quite a fumble. Now you
do you
can
have another
push
one?
This roll. Yes, give me a Greek check, please.
It's very good. It's a 21. It's a hard success.
You guys hear Gloria like fall into this dialect and speak, and as soon as she starts speaking, there's this like animalism and this ferality to Seamus that snaps away at the second syllable. He holds the wrench by his side, and the two of you begin speaking in a dialect not heard in over 1,500 years. He speaks to you, and I mean, obviously we both could speak ancient Greek, Gloria. We won't, all right, for the sake of the rest of the table and our beloved viewers at home. But I mean, essentially he speaks to you, and it's still in this strange kind of deep, almost like hollow cadence. Darkness will swallow us all. The hand of death comes. The hand of death is here.
Well, that's nothing to be scared of. The hand of death comes for all of us at once.
No.
For all of us, you mean? The babies are just the ones on this train. Do not be so afraid, my man Seamus.
It begins here and will spread elsewhere, like a plague, like a contagion. It is in and of the land. The hand of death stretches. And you guys hear, Toscari Tamos Kotepiolus, Techeri Tolkanate Peletse.
Give me that wrench.
He hands it to you.
Now sit down in that chair.
He sits down.
I bonk him.
Fuck yeah. Give us a brawl check. And I would say
This is
Gloria,
terrible.
No,
it's
this
very
is,
heavy
this is
wrench.
you mothering this man. No, I would say make this brawl roll with a bonus die because of the sort of fugue state he is in with this Greek conversation. So you'll roll, if you're using 2 die, you'll roll a tens and a ones die, and then you will re-roll the tens die and take the lower number.
Oh, all right. Let's see here. Well, it's not good. I missed. So let's see if I can get this one better. All right. So my brawl is a 25, and which sounds low now, but the Greek. But I got a 50. I got a 51.
Okay. So you bring this wrench just hammering down, and as you do, you clip the light at the very, very top of this cabin. And thankfully, it is not a fumble, and it is encased in a wiring strong enough to not shatter the lantern bulb within. But and as you crash into this, Seamus leaps into this sort of almost like aggressive attention. I'm going to grab a proper D4.
I've made a mistake. My first.
Dear, my first, perhaps
My first
your
mistake.
only. I'm gonna kick
Perhaps
us.
provoking the Nazi was also not the wisest decision.
He's not helping.
$50.
60.
40.
60.
I'm more dexterous than the young priest. Ha!
Why he needs room.
My bad, wrong spot. You are fittingly within the cab, and like furthest in, trying to go in to like see if you can do anything about this throttle that is absolutely jammed. Like the lever is as far as it can go, and now snapped off, almost bashed in by this wayward swing from this wrench. And as you sort of look back, like we got to do something, you see him pivot onto you, and in this moment, his irises wash full black, absent of anything but full opaque dark pupil, and he is going to attempt to pull you and throw you off the train. Now,
Help!
in Cthulhu, when someone attacks you, and they like to encourage keepers to describe it as like attack, dodge, or combat maneuver. So this is a combat maneuver, one that he will need to get a hard success on to succeed on. If you want to fight back, you may. If you want to try to dodge, you may. If you both have the same level of success as an extreme hard regular on an attack, the advantage goes to the attacker, in this case Seamus. If you both roll a regular, hard, or extreme, and he's rolling attack and you're rolling dodge, the advantage goes to dodge. How does Narissa respond in this moment?
I'm gonna fight him.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so give us a brawl roll.
Okay, it is just a success because my top is 35 and I got a 34, baby.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So he failed. So, what is your damage die for Narissa and your damage
And
bonus?
I don't know. Damage bonus none. What's my damage die gonna be? Oh, okay, hold on. I have my options for a weapon. I have some weapons.
Yeah.
I have a little knife, a little switchblade.
Ooh.
I also have a pole. I wouldn't have had time to pull out a switchblade, so let's assume my brawl is like some kind, like probably the top of the lever, right?
Yeah,
So
got it.
So let's smash him with this brawl, and that's gonna be 1d3. A d3 doesn't exist. Let's roll a d4.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
D6. You do it by half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
or you can roll a d4 and just throw out the 4.
I rolled a d6 and it was 2, so that'll be a 1.
It'd be a 1? Awesome. Okay, and do you have a damage bonus to your character?
No.
Okay, so 1 point of damage. You guys see Narissa just slap Seamus. He sort of comes out of it in this moment. Oh, God above me. Could you hear what I was saying? I was asking for you to help me. Something's wrong with me, Ed. Something's inside me.
Oh, I can tell that.
Oh, fucking hell. Who? One of you guys
Did you have
jammed
the
this in?
coffee? Nah. How do we get this train to stop?
Not the train.
Oh, fucking hell. What's that up there? You see him pointing, and now, like, 1,500 feet away is this large structure that you see looks like a gallows. And it is built absolutely atop the track. And as you get closer, you're like, I mean, that can't be, but it's enormous. It's like 60 feet wide. It goes up even taller, 70, 80 feet.
Whoa.
And what hangs from it is a single noose. Oh, fucking hell. You see him get in there and start to sort of pull back on this lever, and it does indeed start to slow. Oh, shit, man. There's too much pressure in there, and the engines... You see him start to play with some of these other dials. Oh, thank God, Seamus. And again succeed. He now is like trying to pump the brake of this sort of like piston brake, and you hear this kish, 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 as the literal like kinetic brakes slam into the tracks, trying to slow the roll of this train. Listen to me, Tomanthy. We can't... Something happened before. The stalker's not even back there. It's not even in the engine room. I'm pretty sure I saw him jump off. Please, man. We shouldn't be driving. Something's happening on here. God, man. The Chancellor of Austria is aboard the train. He's in the luxury cab. We can't just stop in some farmhouse field. Wait, what are you...
Where's the engine room?
Well, that's exactly what we should do. The control panel's busted.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
Here, then. We can't even slow the thing as well as we couldn't go to
the engine. Should we go to the engine room and see what we can do in there?
Let's stop it. We can talk to the... They don't want to die as much as the next. I know there's a chancellor on board, but
You guys are now...
doesn't really mean much to us in New Hampshire.
I'm also just realizing that it's Adbar Gloria. It's a fucking high-level cut. I love that. You,
But yes, the
Never
Adbar School for Girls.
You float this out. You
A citadel.
Like the you're like, should we like, what do you mean the pressure on the engine? What do you mean the stoker fucking jumped off? You guys head back, and Timothy is like torn. He's kind of in that middle space where the steps go from the carriage back into the engine room. You guys spill into the engine room. You see Seamus and hear him. I'm begging you, Timothy, please. I don't know what was happening here. It's like I was screaming for your help. And then she started speaking something that I'd never heard before, but it made sense to me. I'm not myself. Timothy said, very well, man, very well. He looks back at you. You guys walking back into the engine room. It is literally boiling. Like there's condensation. You guys feel steam. It is physically painful. I need all of you guys to give me a Constitution check.
That's very good.
Terrible.
This is not a problem for Gloria.
Regular success for the stout old bird.
Hard success for Gloria.
I love it.
2 points away from a critical, but I think it'd be all right.
Hell yeah.
I go in there, I say, I took a class on driving cars. Perhaps I know how to do this.
Calvin, would you roll?
Regular success.
Okay.
Regular success.
Narissa, you take 1 point of damage. The steam is extreme. You guys see that there are 2 valves that are buried in the red. And what appears to be like 2 levers that are essentially like turn cranks. You can see steam leaking out of what would be a bell whistle and a valve, but it is leaking out from like the bottom of it, almost like it is potentially trapped steam. In this moment, Timothy and Seamus are in pretty deep conversation. But what are you guys attempting to accomplish in this moment?
Was there any way to stop the engines? To cut off the fuel from the whatever makes the wheels turn.
Yeah.
All of these leaking steam things. Seamus, if we break one of these steam emitters, will that stop?
We'll be
Will that
boiled
stop the
up
train?
if we do that, won't we?
Yes, it'll cut it in half. It'll cut the power in half, but it'll fill the engine room with steam. It'll burn you something fierce.
All right, so we can't do that.
I'll do it. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Sorry, that's an old joke.
Well, it's that or
That's a
that.
cop.
What if we can't stop this train?
I don't know.
Soldier! Soldier!
I don't know.
Let's get the Nazi to do it. Let's
Yes.
go back.
One person here, a brave soldier who is committed to the people. Heinrich!
Okay, well, do what you can and do it fast because. Skåde Thomas Kutopeliolus.
Heinrich, now's your chance to be a hero! Like you've always wanted.
As he falls back into this Greek, you guys see looming above him the figure of this enormous scaffolding, this gallows, and on it, where had been a single empty rope, a noose, like the hanging empty fish hole of a forgotten loss. Now you see peppered with shadowy, spectry images, bodies hanging, the tattered soldiery and base kit of what looked like World War I infantrymen, Germans, Frenchmen, the English. They hang, their bodies and hands incomplete, almost lost in this ethereal wrongness. And as this train throttles headlong, you pull closer, and it absolutely envelops your visage. Give me a sanity check.
I don't want to be rolling this well. I want to go insane. I got a 4.
Ooh!
Jeez.
Yeah.
Piping it.
Do you get more sanity points if you roll well?
No.
Hard success.
Hard success, amazing.
Oh, I suppose that's an extreme success for 4.
Great.
Yeah.
So, Narissa?
It was a just split by success.
Okay. So,
But I guess if all of this is like happening and crazy and no one is making a move to jump to any of these valves. I'll try and do that if I can move.
Okay, so copy all of that. Calvin, you take 1 point of sanity loss. Nerissa, you take 2 points of sanity loss. Gloria, you do not. And it's funny you mentioned not wanting to roll that well because they describe it beautifully in the Keeper's book for Cthulhu, which is that whenever you roll below a sanity check, it is considered a success. But what you are really doing is failing to comprehend. You are successful in compartmentalizing what you behold, which I think is just part of the beautiful design of the system. Everyone can give me their thoughts. Nerissa, you are in this moment trying to essentially alleviate pressure from one of these valves. You can either give us a strength check, and you will need a hard success, or you can give us a mechanical repair check, and you will just need a regular success. But that's up to you.
This will be a strength check, and
Okay.
I'm gonna be trying to like jam my little switchblade into the, somewhere.
Amazing.
I'm just trying to relieve some pressure here.
Leverage it. Cool.
Ooh, no, it's failure.
Amazing. Okay. Do you want to push?
Yes,
Okay. Describe to us how you push. You've jammed the switchblade in there.
I'm gonna just like wrench it, and like try and use it as a lever to kind of open out some of the steam, which I realize will come into the room and scald me for it.
When I see what she's doing, I'm going to start opening doors and windows if there are
Got it.
any.
Yeah, there's two sort of hatch windows. There's like empty door frames that aren't closed, but you empty as much space as you can. Nerissa, what'd you roll on your push?
Which was also a failure. It was a 58, and my strength is 45.
Oh, no. Okay. Whew. You guys wrench back, and as you do, one of the pressure plates of the fittings on the base of this valve is compromised. As it does, the entire valve snaps loose of the housing of this furnace. As it does, it throttles off of the side of the carriage and back into you, Nerissa. You take 4 points of damage. What is your total hit points? Not current, but what was your max when you started
So
this
that
voyage?
was 10,
Okay,
and so
cool.
now I have 5.
Okay, great. So had you taken 5 in a single go, it would be considered a major wound and would be a bigger issue. This almost was with 4. Because you have accrued 5 by 1 and 4, it is not. But just a cool thing that they do in Cthulhu. The rest of you, Calvin and Gloria, give me a con saving throw.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
No.
Well, because it's a 100.
Oh.
That's tough. You will take double damage. Calvin, what you got?
Extreme success.
Extreme success. Okay, great. Calvin, you will take 1 point of damage.
Oh, wow.
It was. I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll on the d6 because this is not the ricochet. This is the accumulation of the steam. Shit. It still is a 3 doubled to 6. Gloria, you take 6 points of damage.
Steam, fire damage or steam?
Yeah, we'll call it steam. It horrendously burns. You feel like every bit of exposed space. As in a moment, a breath, the entire cabin of this engine room fills with boiling condensation. Gloria, what are your max hit points?
13.
Oh, just avoided a major wound. I love it. Okay, you guys are kind of fucked. As this happens, you like crack it off. Oh, fuck! You guys hear Seamus spitting again in Greek. Timothy, oh gods, hold on! You bash into the scaffolding, and it's profound. The moment of impact you would expect to be this enormous cacophony of splintering wood. But what you hear is the sound of artillery shells and flat guns. You hear 40 caliber cannons and the screaming of horses. You smell a heartbeat what the most foulest of trenches must have been deep in 1918. As it's almost as if the countryside around you opens to the grievous wounds it has held within. Nothing is there, but the entire cage of this train is rocking, and you hear, much like you heard hours ago, the scratching of wheels on track. Gods above. Okay, fine. Find the German. If he will help, very well. Seamus is a lost cause. Oh, God! What happened to Thomas? What happened to the stoker? You guys are like, Seamus said he jumped off. What are the three of you either separately or cumulatively doing in this moment?
I think we have to get out of here. This is
Is there a way to unhook this engine car from the rest of the train? As we go outside, as some of my face is flapping in the wind.
You guys are now heading back with Tomanthy. You guys look back or do you guys look back, or are you just heading back towards the edge of the that sort of separation of the lounge car and the engine car?
Yeah. Is there any way to separate the engine car from the rest of us?
That's a great question. We'll get to that in a second. I'm just curious, like, are you guys doing anything other than rushing to the kind of merger of the engine car and the lounge car?
I don't know.
Going straight there? Great. Cool.
No.
I love
But does it seem... Well, is the engine losing power because of Narissa's bold...
For sure.
God.
And it is spilling into the room. I mean, as Tomanthy moves through, he makes a con save of his own. You know this bitch is about to fail this. Come on, baby. Oh. Ouch. Oh my God. I mean, I guess I'll honor it. You guys should go quickly. We have to warn the Chancellor. Ah! Tomanthy just screams as his neck is filled with this jet of boiling steam. He puts a hand up, and you guys watch as his eyes roll back and consciousness potentially leaves him. He will make a con save, having taken a major wound, to see if he maintains... Jesus. That is the second...
Can I do anything? Can I do like a medicine check on him or anything?
Okay.
Can I like provide first aid or something?
So he failed this con save and took a major wound, which means he drops to unconscious. He will get to reattempt that in a moment. You can kind of fast track unconscious. If someone is like bleeding out, that's a different story. You would need a medicine kit, but you can absolutely give us a medicine or a first aid check, Calvin, to see if you can sort of fast track this recovery process. I want all three of you guys to give me a strength check as that's happening, because you will need to pull him out of this engine car to safely be able to do so.
Failed that.
It's double zero is 0, right?
Yes, it is. But if you roll a single 0 on the die, that becomes 100.
That's what I got,
Yeah,
which looks really good. And then you do the math in your head and you say, oh, that's the worst you could do.
Well, I got a 2.
Ooh! Excellent.
Now I have a 30 strength, but I got a 33, but I can use 3 luck points to turn that into a success.
Yes.
Is that
Yes, you
right?
can.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Oh, hell
Okay,
yeah.
mark the luck. We have an extreme. Calvin, did you have a regular?
No, I failed the
Okay.
strength check.
Well, I guess with an extreme and a regular, we would get the 3 we need. You guys retch back, and Calvin, you're sort of just like in the way. Narissa's just like, move! And you see her sort of like hinge back with this and retch him forward, and you oblige. And as he does, you step forward. You see that, like, I mean, he's like bleeding from his neck. It looks like there's exposed epidermis from this burn. Give us a medicine check or a first aid. Your call.
My God. Oops. Ooh. That is I rolled a 6.
Oh my God! What's your skill?
Is first aid separate from? I mean, I guess medicine would be. Oh, it is separate. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, I mean, first aid is still extreme. So extreme success on a first aid check.
Splendid. You take a moment and you're sort of thinking. You're like, damn, what? You take a kerchief and wrap up and sort of do what you can to make him just comfortable. And just pulling him outside in that cool wind seems to aid. He regains his composure. Oh God, I need to warn the Chancellor. If you're going to unhook the engine car, please get on this side of it. And you're like, I mean, duh, dude, that's what we're going to do. You guys get on the other side. He disappears into the lounge. You guys are now all there. If you guys are able to make a successful, essentially we'll call it like, more or less like a, you can either make a hard strength check, or you can try to make a mechanical repair check to see if there's something you can do to sort of mechanically access these cards and separate them. But it's either a hard success strength, or you'll need, one of you guys will need to make a successful mechanical repair.
I have very little mechanical skill, so strength for me.
I suppose strength for me,
Great.
but I burnt myself out pulling out old Mr. Blaze.
And I got my hard success is a 22, and I got a 26. So can I take 4 and push
Yes.
that?
Absolutely. Love it. So
I
what's-
tried to
fail.
help, but my arms won't even go there. I won't even
fail.
approach.
Calvin and
Yes.
Gloria fail.
84.
Yeah.
Okay.
My heart wasn't in it.
You guys are going, and as you sort of go to pull Gloria, you like feel that wound. You're like, oh God, I'm needing to slow down. I'm rushing. I don't want to rush.
Yeah.
And,
My new skin peel is holding me back.
And Narissa, I think totally. I think there's a sense that like people, like you are. It's like the person that has the gas detection, and you're like, no, dude, there is a leak. You can't smell it, but there's a fucking leak. And it's just that occult knowledge. There's a sense that Seamus clearly was touched, and you feel like what you saw in this scaffolding was almost like a spiritual bubble, like a collection of ghostly energy that had been trapped, that had been gathered or called. Regardless, you're like, this has to happen now. And as you're trying to leverage free, not having the tools you really need, you almost get there, but don't. Again, there's a shaking from the train. And we'll say now that you guys have been some 3 hours into this journey. What are you guys doing in this moment?
Look, as a number of scholars, this isn't really our business to be working on. Let's go get those soldiers back from the car.
Yes.
And let us free the animals.
That's a great idea. Let us definitely free the animals.
Because there's nothing... Listen, half the things we've done, if we just had a few monkeys at our side,
Would have been better.
would have been... Perhaps
Hey,
we
man.
should have started there.
I was begging. So you guys are sort of heading back into the lounge, heading back sort of the way
Sure.
you came
I
in.
get these soldiers. You wanted to be a hero? Well, now it's time.
You guys walk back into the lounge car, and where there had been the entire retinue of the Chancellor, Lady Eppelbaum, the Chancellor, their 2 soldier valets, and Jeffrey, the junior porter that had been tasked. You now see, sort of slumped awkwardly atop each other, almost like 2 tired dancers that have fallen into an embrace, are both these military valets. And at their feet, the wounds that killed him still seeping blood, is Jeffrey. Something having blown away, ripped apart the lower half of his jaw, leaving a macabre specter to be sure, but one that doesn't match the top half, that of a young man wrapped with terror. And I need you each to give me a sanity check.
Oh no, failure.
I am... Yeah, an 8 again. I haven't rolled above 10 on any of these sanity checks. It's pretty great.
When I push this with luck, what happens when my luck runs out? Do I die?
No, only when sanity and HP. But when luck runs out, like, damn, you unlucky girl. Like, in any luck check is an automatic failure, and you, of course, can't like use it. But you can't use luck or push on combat, sanity, or luck rolls, unfortunately. Okay, so
Failure.
Narissa, you failed. Gloria, you failed.
No, I got a 8. I think I got a 5th or an extreme success.
Calvin?
Got a 5, also an extreme success.
Great time for that. Guys, where the blazes? Ah, there you are. Okay, great. Narissa,
The Lord shall protect us.
And indeed he has so far. But which one? Narissa, you take 2 points of sanity loss.
They were.
You guys spill into the lounge car that you had been in.
Were there any weapons on these 2 dead folks that were...
You move...
Hello. Heinrich? Oh, is Heinrich still... Is Heinrich one of the dead?
The dead are the 2 Austrian military valets that were traveling with the Chancellor. Him and the Lady Chancellor are not there. But there's 3 bodies, the 2 military valets and the junior porter, Jeffrey. You guys are in this very plush, like red velvet lounge that you only walked through. You now come in it, you discover this horrendous unfolding. You head the way you came, down south in my mind's eye, towards the center of the train and the luxury carriage that we had begun our tale. As you spin into this space, the air seems like thick and hazy and visually is, but there's this sort of bite to the eyes and to the mouth. It is uncomfortable and unpleasant. I mean, almost like, cigarette smoke, sure, but this is like tinging and burning. To answer your question, Gloria, there are 2 issued Walter 22 caliber pistols on the hip of either of these valets. You see that they have a full...
Well, I'll take one. I'll take both and hand one off.
Let's fucking go.
Probably not to me. I've never shot one of these before. I'm much better with my blade.
More of a knife gal.
Yeah. Alvin, have you ever used one of these?
You extend this pistol to this frocked priest.
The Lord giveth, and so do I.
Thou shalt not kill yet.
No name.
I am dying. That's so stupid. Okay, you guys, we're now like full on pulp, baby. We got a priest with a pistol. Let's fucking get it.
And a librarian.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking amped. What do you get? Yeah, an occultist, a librarian, and a priest walk onto a train. You guys arm yourselves. You head south into the luxury car where you had begun this journey. The air is like burning and thick. It's like half opaque, and you see very few people there until you move forward and you see 2 men collapsed around the bottle of bourbon. A third, the larger one with the scarred hands, gone. The large, well-dressed woman, seemingly dead. And in her arms, his veins black and gorged, is her accoutrement. There's no one living in this carriage that an hour previous had been full of people in life.
Is this smoke, is it a poison in the air?
Hard
this
to
is the work of the devil.
Say. It does feel like a
poison is the work of the devil, Calvin.
So I guess that's something that I might know. Is this smell?
All 3 of you give me either occult or education. Your call.
Oh, education. I think I don't even need to roll.
Education is also called a no roll in Cthulhu, which I like. I like that they live with.
That was terrible. That was a 98.
Okay, so you fumble that roll.
Yeah.
I got I succeeded.
Succeeded, regular success?
Extreme success for education.
Amazing. Okay.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use my luck and get a hard success.
I love it. Doesn't matter what campaign, baby. I love you guys so much. Hard success, extreme success, and we'll get to that in a moment. Narissa, as you sort of take this in, it's rare that this happens, but it's like a thin needle, a half foot long, being driven down your spine. That awareness that sometimes hits you when you're really in the flow state of writing, or whenever you are acting as a clairvoyant or perhaps a go-between, there's these moments where you feel your body, mind, and spirit in that beautiful kind of Venn diagram overlap of the unknown. And yet, instead of accessing that willingly, it's almost like you're drawn there in a fearful way. There are things at work around you that you know to be ill tidings. Your next sanity check will have a penalty die to it. Gloria, you look through this, you're like, this is poison. Like, this is some sort of nerve agent. Like, immediately you're like, I mean, this is definitely not smoke, and it's not engine, runoff. This is not condensation. This appears to be like a detonated thing. Calvin, you take it a step further. You remember something you had seen on the passerby of a for sale newspaper, which was that the Germans were essentially threatening the Austrians that had a very large Nazi contingent, that if they didn't, that they would take steps to ensure the solidarity of Bohemia, and that there was concerns that nerve gas might be used on civilians. The train is now like rocking, and you feel it start to bank, and there's this as the grating of wheel and metal track grows louder. What are you guys doing?
Is that good?
I'm covering my face with some sort of cloth that I have in and running to the other side of this train and telling Nerissa to do the same, and Father Calvin.
Yes,
We listen. Calvin listens to her.
Yeah.
And also ducks down.
Amazing.
Close your eyes.
So you...
This melts the flesh, though, doesn't it? Nerve gas. It really does.
It could be. You guys sort of dress up. You guys do not... Your eyes burn, your nose burns, your ears burn. Are you guys heading south into the next car?
Yes, so
Yes.
yeah. Anything to get away from this gas.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
You step forward and immediately hear the howling of monkeys. See them just shaking up against the cages, shaking. They are like absolutely rocking. You see dead on the ground in this smaller kind of like more thin barred are two very large macaws, like very large, colorful parrots.
Oh, so
And
sad.
you see that there is a cage. All three of the cages, like the bars don't go all the way up to the actual top of the car. They actually sort of like finish in what looks like almost like plywood. And you can tell the top of the third cage, the plywood is broken. About a third of it is open, and there's nothing in the cage.
So something has broken out. We don't know what was in that cage.
They're just sort of like shaking, and these monkeys are going bananas. You see them like reach through. All of you guys give me a dexterity check. Thank you.
They're going bananas.
Bananas.
Are they?
One. I'm parkouring.
That's fucking good. You rolled a 1? Yeah, babe. Gloria
I
Calvin?
failed.
Marissa ascends. She just levitates.
Yeah.
It's like the Matrix.
Gloria fails as she's trying to speak Latin to these monkeys. Perhaps they'll understand the true language that binds us.
Calvin.
Hard success.
Hard success? Splendid.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Nerissa, you are aware of what's going on, and there's like a absolute kind of flow state to you where you kind of peel off and pull out of the way. The monkeys lunge, they don't grab you. Calvin, you come through and you're like mid-prayer, and there's just that moment where you feel like open your eyes. You do. You see a hand, you pivot. And Gloria, you're kind of like trying to like, you remember this beauty. Was it Thomas Aquinas? You're like, no, Latin is what calms animals. And you move forward, and this howler monkey grabs through and grabs your shirt and starts pulling you in.
Oh, take me to dinner first.
Spitting, howling, and the fangs are like opening up. I mean, this monkey is essentially attempting to bite you in this moment.
I will put the newly found pistol to its chin and pull the trigger.
Amazing. So give me a firearm check And this monkey is going to make a brawling check. Ooh. We have a hard success for the monk. E.
Let's see here. I believe I got a hard... Oh, yes, a hard success
sorry.
for me as well. I have a 16.
Okay.
For some reason, glory old girl has a 40 in firearms.
Hey man, school teachers in the 30s. That's so good. So rules is written like firearms are kind of their own thing in the flow of combat. Like usually it's only brawl versus brawl that you fight back on. But I think because of the timing of you grabbing it, and in my mind that's almost like a readied pistol, plus the fact it's a pistol, we will treat this as a contested roll. However, you got a hard success.
I did, yes.
Monkey also got a hard success. So
My
the
goodness.
advantage goes to the monkey.
What?
He moves forward to sink his teeth into you. You ever been bit by a monkey, big dog? Damn it. Rolled a 1. You take 1
I
point.
mean, only for pleasure. For one?
Give me a sanity check just for the heck of it, Gloria. I don't think you've ever been bitten by a monkey. It's kind of fucking rough. These monkeys are screaming. Gloria like pulls back a wound in her chest. She fires off the pistol and it ricochets, hitting nothing. What'd you get, Gloria?
I got it. Oh, wait a minute. On the pistol?
No,
or
on the sanity check.
I got a 33, and my sanity is still
Splendid.
45.
So you will not lose any sanity on this. You guys press now out of this into...
But I scared that monkey.
The monkey definitely felt your presence, and all 3 of them, after you fired off the pistol, start freaking the fuck out. But something's wrong with him. You guys head further south into the next car, and as you move into it, the smoke is even thicker, and you perhaps see the source, or the original source of it, as this large, almost like half a scuba tank, still billows out this yellow, toxic gas.
Oh, dear.
You see in front of you Heinrich, a gas mask on his face. No, the Germans would never do something they weren't willing to do all the way. And I need you guys to give me your dex rolls. Your dex levels. Actually, I already have them. It's 60 for... It's 50... 60, 50, 40.
That's right. Gloria's
great.
got a 50.
So he is going to act first. Heinrich will. He has a pistol drawn. He is going to add a bonus die. I mean, add a penalty die and attempt to fire off 3 shots. And he's going to try to hit each and every one of you, but he will have a penalty die to each and every. So the first one will be at you. That's a miss. We'll see if he fumbles. He does not, but he misses you, Calvin. Ooh.
Woo.
Success on the first one, Narissa. And success on the second. That's a hit. You take 4 points of damage. As this 44 erupts from his hand. Gloria.
That hardly seems fair, Heinrich.
That's another... Oh. Okay, almost fumbled but didn't. Misses. A window shatters. Narissa, you're about to move, and then Calvin and Gloria, but I need each of you to give me a either power or constitution roll.
Those we do Constitution. Yes, did well on both, but Constitution I got a hard success.
Amazing. Great. So you'll take Narissa, Calvin.
Hard success power.
Great. What'd you get, Narissa?
Sorry, what were my options? Oh no, it was a failure. It doesn't matter.
Power or con. Both fail.
Yeah, both failed. 86.
You
So am I.
are you are hilarious. You say so am I. 86. Hilarious. You take 1 point of poison damage.
Yeah, I'm done.
Damn.
Oh.
And you are poisoned. You guys watch Narissa. I think maybe she slumps down, bleeding out from this wound in her shoulder. Calvin, what are you doing in this moment?
Firing back.
Rip. So you can either make a singular. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just look this up. We're about to hit our mark here, and so things are kind of crescendoing. But I want to make sure I give you your due with the firearms, because Cthulhu does a great job with the ammunitions and weapons. So I just want to help you out.
Okay.
So the range is only 10 yards. You're within that. You're not a fifth away, so no problem. So you can either fire a regular shot, and it will be your firearm roll, or you can attempt 3 shots, and they will all have a penalty die to them.
How much is a penalty die?
You roll the 10s die twice and take the higher number. Gloria, you'll be in the same situation in a moment.
So I can roll.
There's also another option, which is a crazy one, but you could try to close the distance with him to get more or less like point blank, which would allow you to fire multiple shots without the penalty die. The danger there is that it would be contested, and you would also bring yourself within a 5th range of Heinrich.
Ooh, okay.
The train is shaking.
We are. I just don't have very good firearm.
I know, dude. I know.
You know.
Hey, this ain't speaking.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, we're gonna fire 3 times.
Fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. From the distance you're at right now with the penalty die.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay. So just roll, roll.
Actually,
2 times.
no. We're gonna close the distance. We're gonna close the distance.
Okay, amazing.
And fire 3 times. No. We're gonna fire 3 times. I don't think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna fire 3 times. We're gonna take the penalty die.
Okay, you got it. So basically, like, break it up. Roll twice, and then roll twice 3 times. All
right. First is a failure. Second is a failure. Third, ooh, maybe a success.
Come on.
Let's see. Failure.
The worst.
All 3
Cthulhu
failed.
combat is
Yeah.
insane. Boom, boom, boom. There's just this eruption of gunfire, and only Narissa gets hit. Gloria, your move. I've played with you long enough that I know I don't need to tell you. I know that your mic is not muted. I know
It's
that
not
you're in fact
muted.
considered.
I've been thinking about this long and hard, and I'm still trying to gather why that young steam engine driver was speaking Greek, possessed by a darker power. But perhaps now's not the time to get into it with this crazed Nazi with the can of mustard gas. So I'll just shoot him once and see what happens.
Let's do it. Straight roll.
Well, and can you use luck on
You can't use luck or push on combat, sanity, or luck, unfortunately.
Well, then it is a very comical sense of timing as 3 shots go off back to back, missing, and then my my calculated 1 shot ding, ding, also misses.
The train.
We look at each other's guns and we trade, and then yes, go on.
Dude, honestly, this is beautiful, and I fucking love it. There is this humming from the outside of the car, and you guys chance to look outside, and where it had been daylight, I mean, it's about noon, moving across the countryside of southern Germany. You now see deepest night. And as you look out in these brief moments, you see eruptions like fireworks, and then realize them to be mortar shells exploding across the ruined pitch of some unknown and forgotten front. We will not be run down twice. And as Heinrich starts to advance, leveling his pistol towards a man of the faith, Gloria, you wonder if perhaps you've taught your last class. And Narissa, those dark threads that had forever united you with the beyond, in this moment reach for you permanently. We'll call it a session there.
That was awesome.
I love you guys.
I died.
You did.
Well,
That was great.
for the
That was
record,
fun.
we're only ending because my beloved wife, I told her 8:30, and we have 2 minutes until we get there. You guys are the fucking best, man. You guys are the fucking best. All you guys that came through, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Max, Claire, and Brian are 3 dear, dear friends of mine. 2 of them are out here in LA, so I get to see them a lot. One, beloved friend from many years. But the point is that I'm just so happy that for once we did a streamiversary. And you guys are normally in my homebrewed D&D game, and we've done more than that. We play in Brian's D&D campaign. Claire just ran a D&D campaign, which is dope as fuck. And the point is that, like, I'm just so grateful to be able to be streaming Cthulhu with you rascals. It's just...
That was cool. That was cool, John. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. man.
Cthulhu's right.
I love it. Yeah.
And thank you also for making Greek a center point in the situation.
Well, I put all my points in Greek.
I put all...
I really wanted you to fail that first Greek roll.
No, so bad.
Just after all that, to just be like, yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
Please do it.
It doesn't sound like Greek at all.
Well, just out of, like, because I fucking have to do this, we have to raid somebody, because that's normally what I do with tabletop streams. So we're going to find somebody that has just a small kind of vibe going, ideally creators. All of you guys at home coming with us, we're going to raid The Dark Beneath, episode
Ooh.
68. So we're getting there just before it gets good. Ow!
Yeah.
All of you guys at home, thank you so much for coming through. I'm Carpe the DM on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate that so much. Drop me a follow. That's where I do most of my stuff. But Twitch, good to see you guys again. I promised I would return, and with the help of my beloved friends, I have. Okay, anything before we get out of here? Gloria, Narissa, Calvin?
I just think so.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was great.
That was
That
fun.
was a lot of
You guys are
fun.
the
Thanks for running
absolute
that. Thanks
best.
for inviting us.
Oh, dude, of course. We'll do it again. All you guys at home, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and say what up to Seriously for me. We out. We out. We gone. We gone. Goodbye.